Both these guys have been here 3 times.
OSIP 3 constructed. Keezy 1 limited.
That's a good point.
The degree of difference in the decks he played probably the most complicated version of Gifts Ungiven in Philadelphia, and he played the version with 2 wearaways, which was key in his defeat of Kai Bude in an elimination match. And in this tournament, he's playing such a straightforward beatdown deck. Do you think that there's any generalizations you can make about players from something like that? Whereas OSIP, 3 times the top 8, his top 8s are every single time control deck with aggressive finisher. He had Psychotog, he had slide with a chroma finish, which was key in the formation of the new legend rule. I understand it. Yeah. And this time, once again, early game control, late game giants deck. So
I find it really interesting just that there are clearly constructed specialists emerging in the game. I mean, there are clearly players who, for years people were like, oh, limited is just more skill tests and constructed is just about getting a good net deck, and I think it's clearly not true. I think there are clearly players who are specializing in construction, and there are builders that are able to innovate and just, equip their...
OSIP won the first, I believe he won the first Grand Prix with Ravager Affinity.
Right.
With the Aether Vial version. Mm-hmm. Frank Karsten put it on the map, although I believe Julian was the one who...
Julian hooked Frank up with Aether Vial.
But, Frank put it on the map, but OSIP was the first one to win. But to be fair, he has multiple Grand Prix top 8s with limited formats.
Oh, yeah, no, he's a great player. But, I mean, he's one of those guys that actually is better at constructed than limited, I think.
Who else is better at constructed than limited?
You can make a case for Keezy.
What about...
Keezy always seems to show up, and he's sort of, he seems to skate under the radar, and then he just always look up, and suddenly he's playing for top 8, or he's finishing in the top 16. Craig Jones is an obvious candidate. Craig Jones... 8-0 day 1 in LA, 7-1 here, through the number 1 seed.
Limited Pro Tour champion Gabriel Nassif?
Nassif, I'm very tempted to play. I think he's always been underrated as a limited player. I think he's been pigeonholed as a constructed specialist. I think he's better at constructed, and he's clearly very good at constructed. Also a great limited player. But yeah, sure, good Nassif.
So, yeah, I think that's really true.
So then I scoop up my cards and I'm
like Keezy's deck is so different than the deck that he had today, whereas OSIP all 3 of the top 8s are that similar philosophically.
And I did scoop.
Early game, defend, finish it quickly.
I'd probably just have to go in the bathroom again. Half because I don't want to show my face, and half because I ate way too much mix.
I think that game was largely decided on the fact that Keezy didn't draw Forest.
Yeah.
And he's forced to play unkicked 10 Street Hooligan, and his Kurt 8 hit for half as much damage. Honestly, I think that's probably the reason OSIP won. He was at 6 or something at the end.
Man, if only I would have ripped the Forest on turn 2.
And Keezy points out, if only I had ripped the Forest.
Yep. So all these quarterfinals are best 3 out of 5. After the quarterfinals, there is going to be a lunch break. And queued up for lunch break entertainment, we have the Pro Tour 1 video. Showdown in New York.
In
honor of the 10-year anniversary of the Pro Tour, 10-year birthday, we're going to be showing off Pro Tour 1. It's Michael Lecanto versus Bertrand Lestrade.
Who do you call in the Lecanto versus Lestrade match? I mean, I like Lestrade on deck and Lestrade on skill. But Lecanto on 62 cards and 6 counters.
I think it's funny. I said reactive decks never win the Pro Tour, but Lecanto did. It was a long time, but Lecanto was the only reactive deck to win the Pro Tour.
Yeah, Lecanto had card advantage.
I didn't mean to give the ending away. But
62 cards. He had card advantage.
I haven't seen that video. I don't know if I'm going to go to the player lunch. I just want to watch that.
Will it be archived?
Yeah, it'll be archived, I'm sure. I'll go watch it some other time.
Look at how happy OSIP looks after getting the
all of a sudden, look, he's talking, he's got his game face back on.
What?
He dropped, after his 8-0 initial day 1, he dropped his first 2 matches on day 2, and then, he finally got the monkey off his back. It was a desperate win. And then he was OSIP again.
I'm just so confused. We can't believe this guy's coming up to him and saying this.
Yeah.
And Tony was like, can you please just leave me alone, douchebag? And the kid's like, okay, whatever. Do you like pie? And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, do you like the pie yesterday? So we didn't get the joke, and we're like, oh, because Antonio's fat? But the kid's not even in that good shape either.
Yeah.
So it's like a slightly less fat person calling a fatter person, hey, you're fat. I just told that story because I heard it from the audience.
Yes, Osip's on the mic.
Osip's on mic?
Was, yeah.
That story was public information?
Apparently.
That was a funny story, in my opinion.
Remember we paid our waitress to tie Gabe Walls in the face? And the whole time he's just like, "Mize, free pie, free pie. It's my lucky day."
Like she not only just hit him in the face with it, she like really hit him hard.
Yeah.
And the plate like hit him too. What are you gonna do?
Really close game on the back table with Tiago Chan. He's got 1 point of life left. And apparently
Olivier
facing a ghost council, but lethal sudden impact. Rude was able to duck under it by dumping 2 last gas from his hand.
That's awesome. Awesome play.
I think 1 life apiece.
Yeah, but like that just means if there's a ghost council in play, he just has to draw a creature.
That's better than I expected.
No, he had to kill the ghost
Oh, he had
council.
to kill the ghost
Yeah,
council.
so he had to double last gas
Oh,
to get
wow.
under sudden impact.
Maybe just rip another ghost council.
That would do it.
You see your punishment?
Yep.
Looks like these guys are about ready to go for game 4.
Okay.
Easy on a keep. Osip's Easy's grip includes fourth and mountain. Osip
Oh,
to
so
6.
close down to 6. Another thing that's going on in the sort of Pro Tour world these days is the invitational balloting. It's worth talking about a little bit. So one of the things we will be unveiling today during the live webcast is the winner of the player vote.
We're not going to reveal who won the writer vote, though, right?
The writer vote will be revealed next week.
Okay.
So next Friday, if you tune into Brian David Marshall's column, you get to hear who won the writer vote. You also get to hear who won the European ballot, which is currently posted. So if anybody wants to go to the website right now and vote, you can vote on which European player should represent that continent in the invitational.
Pretty sure like front page of Magic Gathering.
Oh, looks like Tiago Chan managed to take that game.
The Honolulu champion.
They just have to ban me
long
for
enough
life
to
so
get
I
that
don't have to
owl
tell
to
the
finish
community.
off Rude
Lifetime
Armado.
ban.
Yeah, they're just going to deny all your existence.
Nico Coro shoved a card into Rude's hand.
It's just like we
And evacuation
Pro Tour.
got the last creature up to get him to 7 cards, and the owl killed him.
They're like,
What a
Wow.
poor attitude.
Nico Coro plus evacuation.
Look at these cards. What a poor attitude. Nico Coro and Owl. Why not just play a bear? That's what Magic's about, attacking with a bear.
Dylan Reyna Pro could find out that would be quite the match.
Yeah.
The kid with the mullet, the guy who never buttons his shirt.
I think the best finals ever must have been the Antonio DeRosa Nate Heiss.
The Grand Prix final.
I can't even imagine that.
That's Grand Prix
Like, he
game
had
too.
Mindslaver and it was perfect because he
I
always
think he
messed
was
his own
there.
thing.
Like, I can't even imagine watching my friend win the Grand
It's
Prix.
like Nate Mindslavers you and you like high-five your friend. Okay.
So on the Invitational, the European ballot is up right now. We've already, the ballots that were determined this last Friday, we found out that the Latin American ballot
Obviously, I knew
was
it was
won
like
by
this.
Jose Barbero. Close match over Carlos Ramal. We also found out just this last Friday that Antoine Ruel was the judge's pick to go to the Invitational.
But back to this match, Osip is really on the ropes. There's 2-3 toughness creatures in play. He's going to have to pull something out of his hat, I think, to not find himself eliminated in about 2 minutes.
Sure.
So he's got to be down to 3, 5, 13. Oh, that's a 2-turn clock, basically. Yeah,
Wow.
Easy's got anything.
On the play, Kurt Abe
He's
and
got a
Staff
lot of
Caller.
red cards in his hand.
Mark Herberholt's about to move to the semifinals.
Looks like it.
Is he like a good friend of yours?
The Pyroclasm is just nothing right now. I mean, he's probably just going to blast him now for 4 if he's got a Char or Flames of the Blood hand. And he's holding not only a Char, but Giant Solifuge and 10th Street Hooligan. He could not have asked for a better draw on the play. I believe Osip's going to
All his mana is untapped, right? So he gets charred,
Yeah, he charged.
attacked for 4. That's 8. Osip's at 5.
Osip will play.
No, he untaps, plays Solifuge. He's at 1, right?
No, Osip will play Signet, and it
Does he
depends.
10 street it or play Solifuge?
I think he 10 street it because Osip's then forced to play reactive, and
Right.
then no matter what happens, you just always close the game with Giant
With
Solifuge.
Solifuge.
Yeah, Osip will direct